Hastings?
I was talking to Rebecca.
Right. Anyway, Berg's presence confirms it. The Peace of Eden is in London.
The Initiate's data sync suggests it's the Shroud.
The Templars seem to want it pretty bad all of a sudden. They must know something we don't.
The only thing we know is that we can't go up against Sigma Team alone.
Leave that to me. In the meantime, keep a low profile. Let the Initiate continue to sync the data.
Owning the railway wasn't enough. Now Starrick has bought an omnibus company as well. I suppose he wants to control the neighborhood's workers and keep them under his thumb.
Pearl Attaway is Starrick's competitor, is she? Perhaps it's time I went into business.
And Miss Fry, what are your plans?
I studied the history we recovered from the Kenway Mansion's hidden room. I'm off to a certain monument.
I would like to thank our esteemed guests.
So the hints you found in the Kenway house lead to the monument.
What a wonderful use of your time, following me around asking obvious questions.
Well, since Henry isn't here, I thought you might enjoy the company.
I don't require any company, and Mr. Green is following up on some leads of his own.
Oh yes, Mr. Green. That's a fascinating idea. Oh, please, Mr. Green, come and take a look at this book and stand oh so close to me, Mr. Green.
I do not. Well, perhaps you have nothing better to do, but I'm busy protecting the assassins.
Are you really? What was it Father used to say?
Don't allow personal feelings to compromise the mission.
Precisely. Anyway, I'm off. If I find any more wild geese for you to chase, I'll be in touch.
Be ever more pleasant for your absence.
The monument to the Great Fire, in an effort to ensure so great a tragedy will never happen again. I would like to thank our esteemed guests, the Right Honourable Premier Disraeli, members of Parliament and others, for being here today. Our proposed legislation will ensure that housing for the impoverished need not be a fire hazard. We have heard your concerns. There is no Many today live in what are little better than hovels, in crowded conditions near open
I don't like the looks of her. You, miss, stop!
Will you please stop shouting? You are only
miss.
out of your
I
hurt.
see what you're up to. Don't make me come over there.
Please, show some respect for our guests. Our new...
What's all this then? You there!
With better, safer housing, sanitation facilities, and less open play. What a racket! You sound like a bunch of children. You are being very ungrateful. Do you really want to keep living in fire traps? Well, we cannot continue this until you calm yourselves. We are gathered here at the monument to the Great Fire in an effort to ensure so great a tragedy will never happen again. I would like to thank our esteemed guests, the Right Honourable Premier Disraeli, members of Parliament and others, for being here today. Our proposed legislation will ensure that housing for the impoverished need not be a fire hazard. We have heard your concerns. There is no need for shouting. Please calm down. There's no need for all this disruption. Too many today live in what are little better than hovels, in crowded conditions near open flames, and few methods of fire control. Will you please stop shouting? You are only being moved out of your homes if it is unsafe. Please, show some respect for our guests. Our new proposal will ensure that these slums will be replaced with better, safer housing, sanitation facilities, and less open flame.
Everything you've ever wanted,
What a
right
waste!
here!
You sound like a bunch of children.
Strange lady.
Look at
Mad
my
as a march
wares!
hare.
Something will definitely be of interest to you! Come now!
Who is she
I
hiding
see
from, I
that glint
wonder?
in your eye. You're in the mood. Tell me what you know.
What is she doing?
Well, we
Stone cold death.
In an effort to ensure so great a tragedy will never happen again, I would like to thank our esteemed guests, the Right Honourable Premier Disraeli, members of Parliament and others, for being here today. Our proposed legislation will ensure that housing for the impoverished will not be a fire hazard. We have heard your concerns. There is no need for shouting. Please calm down. There's no need for all this disruption.
Thinking I might run off and join a travelling show in France.
In crowded conditions near open flame, and with few methods of fire control. Will you please stop shouting? You are only being ruled out of your home. There's a clear shot!
Best keep an eye on it.
Show some respect for our guests.
I'll get you! Taking a shot!
In an effort to ensure so great a tragedy will never happen again, I would like to thank our esteemed guests, the Right Honourable Premier Disraeli, members of Parliament and others, for being here today. Our proposed legislation will ensure that housing for the impoverished need not be a fire hazard. We have heard your concerns. There is no need for shouting. Please calm down. There's no need for all this disruption. Too many today live in what are little better than hovels, in crowded conditions near open flame, and with few methods of fire control. Will you please stop shouting? You are only being moved out of your homes if it is unsafe. Please, show some respect for our guests. Our new proposal will ensure that these slums will be replaced with better, safer housing, sanitation facilities, and less open flame. What outrageous! You sound like a bunch of children. You are being very ungrateful. Keep doing this. Get stuck in there. We are gathered here at the monument to the Great Fire in an effort to ensure so great a tragedy will never happen again.
Strange.
I would like to thank our esteemed guests, the Right Honourable Premier Disraeli, members of Parliament and others, for being here today. Our proposed legislation will ensure that housing for the impoverished need not be a fire hazard. We have heard... Shouting. Please destruction. Too many today live in what are little better than hovels. In crowded conditions near open flame, and with few methods of fire control. Will you please stop shouting? You are only being moved out of your homes if it is unsafe. Please, show some respect for our guests. Our new proposal will ensure that these slums will be replaced with better, safer housing, sanitation facilities, and less open flame. What a racket! You sound like a bunch of children. You are being very unsafe. Calm yourself.
This looks familiar.
Esteemed guests, the Right Honourable Premier Disraeli, members of Parliament and others for being here today. Our proposed legislation will ensure that housing for the impoverished need not be a priority. We have heard your concerns. There is no need for shouting. Please calm down. There's no
It's in the very top. The key to the vault, and the shroud.
Good day, Miss Fry. I'll take that.
You want the shroud to cement your own power. But what if you cannot control it?
And why do you want the shroud? Merely to keep the Templars from having it? How like an assassin. To hold the power of eternal life, and yet be too afraid to use it.
Eternal life. Is that what you think the shroud offers?
What I think is no longer your concern.
Coming with me? I have other plans.